few weeks ago to see the doctor. I've had acne for all my life, and unfortunately it's been very damaging to my self-esteem and left me with scars that I work in the public, and it's just, you know, I don't want to have to look in the mirror and see those scars every day. The Selphyl, what drew me to it was that it's so natural, and it just seems like a safe way to go about it.
When you're doing multiple injections for acne scars, you really can't have the patient kind of like this. You want them as flat as possible. That's a major, major point. Okay, what we try to do when we're injecting for post-acne scarring is we want to inject Selphyl in a linear fashion in the subcutaneous plane. And what we do is we usually take a dependent portion and we're able to do serial injections along this plane in this fashion. So our point of where we're going to inject from will be in this dependent portion just above the jowl region. Now obviously if her acne scarring was more concentrated over here, we would change our location. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that the needle is in the same plane in a subcutaneous manner so that we're not going at different layers. And we're able to go beneath the scarring so that the Selphyl's activation will allow the healing to come from an inferior region up to the surface. All right there, close your eyes, just relax. Shouldn't bother you. When we inject, we don't want the needle to bend at all. We want to be in the same subcutaneous plane. And we go to the distal-most portion and we inject slowly in rows. That's 0.5. We go back, change our direction. And that was 0.5. And that is the most concentrated area of her scarring. And in the same manner, .5, and then you can withdraw the needle back to the entry point without removing it so that you keep yourself in the same plane. And again, advance the needle 1 1/4 up to the area of where the scarring is actually stopped. And inject 0.5. And as you can clearly see, this is the concentration of the most scarring is at this particular area. So dependently, we will make our little entry point right here, and then we will do 4 columns or 4 rows. The product, because it's coming from a 27 gauge needle, will allow the product to disperse evenly in the subcutaneous plane and have some overlapping in order to have the entire confluence of where the scarring is. All right. So we're going to our most distal point above the area of scarring. And in a retrograde fashion, injecting 0.5. We're moving to the next row, which again will overlap, and the remaining of the 0.5 is injected. The subcutaneous plane, replacing this. 0.5. And at the edge of where the scarring has stopped, we will go into that particular plane and put the remaining 0.5 cc's.